And I say at this point in time, and it's open, that we don't really, as a matter of fact, the minister, in our own sports, if the president is being very, very sincere about reducing the number of ministers, I'm saying for us in sports, we do not require a minister at this point in time. I mean, he has come in, what we needed is this, and he's going to challenge us to the fact that there must be transparency and good audits at the end of every event, which is exactly what we stand for. Those of us who are in sports, we're just in it because we give a lot to it. We have been in it and we know what it's supposed to be. So we want to approach this from the technical point of view, not from the political angle. We want to give results. And that's exactly what we are saying. Look, let me be honest with you. If we have a minister, it's going to be an extra spend. We're going to have a lot of political diversions. Let me use that word. Let me tell you, we have challenges, especially when it comes to leadership. The administration. I'm going to challenge the presidency. I'm speaking with you. Let each president of a federation look inwards and tell us exactly why he is leading his own sport. Is it because he had a passion for it? Does he have the knowledge for it? Or just because I want to be the name, just use the name, I am president of the federations. And I can tell you, 70% of those we have are not really sincere. They don't fall in line with what we really want, except the change. And the change is now. That is where it starts. When the head of a fish is rotten, the body goes bad. That is one area we're going to challenge. It's either that we did not, along the line, give them the right kind of education or administration or a vision that they require, which of course we're going to build now, or that downrightly they're just not ready for the sport. They don't have the passion. So that's where the first thing that starts.
Yes, that is the Director General of the Nigerian Olympic Committee, Mr. Tunde Bola, who is saying we do not need a sport minister. And 70% of the board members are actually not performing. Are they there because of their passion or because of what they want to put in there? A lot of them are just there to make up the number. That is quite weighty coming from somebody as highly placed as Kubola. So this probably that will open part of what we are going to discuss here today. We shall look at whether it is right for us to have a sport minister or not. Maybe the National Sport Commission will just go ahead and run it to the DG directly to the presidency or in whichever way. But today, like I said, we're going to talk a lot because it is one-on-one discussion we want to have. Because we have in the house, my team is not here yet, but when they come in, they will be part of the show. But we have somebody that in the past few years or so has been quite close to me personally, as a person, as Nigerians. He's matured now, but 85, that is 2015 now. 85, 2015, that's probably about 20, 30 years ago. That's a very long time ago. That some kids jetted out of this Nigeria after playing Togo at the National Stadium. They went to China, and FIFA said, we're experimenting. We want to start a World Cup at a very, very youth level. You remember the under-20. The FIFA World Cup started in 1930. By 1979, they started the under-20 in 79. And right here, even in Africa, because I think Tunisia hosted the first ever under-20 there, here in Africa. And then you now move on, in 1777, because 79 was Japan. And then you now go on to say who, under 16 players, 50-year-old come and play. And left Nigeria, they went to China, and they won that trophy and came back. After then, he moved into under 20. He went in Chile, where we didn't do well, because we met Brazil for the first match. We shall look at that. Maybe the psychological impact of playing Brazil in every tournament for the first match. How does it impact on the team? And then in 1989, he was part of the Daman Miracle. He was actually the assistant captain of that team, because I remember Bawa Abdullahi was the captain of the team. And from then on, he moved on to 1994, moving from under 17 to under 20, and right there to the senior national team, where he was part of it that qualified us for the World Cup for the first time, and went to Tunisia to win our first ever away, we call it away, winning Nations Cup away from home. It was our second win because the first win was in 1980. So now he became part of the coaching team of the under 17, and he has replicated what he did as a player, as a captain of that team when they won the under-17 team, under-17 World Cup for Nigeria. Then he transited straight up there to get as assistant coach of also at the under-20. So his resume at that level, I don't talk about his club level, that he played so much for Nigeria. I also remember the injury he sustained in 1989, trying to score one of those goals that we used in sending the USSR out of the tournament. He made the Dama miracle from 0-4 down to 4-4. So whenever I talk with him, I get a lot from him. But now he's talking about sports science also. He went on to say, look, there are areas where, if explored, Nigeria can get the answer to most of the problems we are facing in our sport, especially when it comes to technicalities, when it comes to coaching, when it comes to high performance. So basically, we are in here for a lot of educative, enlightening discussion today. My guests, all of you are home. Let us meet Nduka Mbadi.
Good afternoon, Ken. Quite interesting to be here.
Quite interesting to bring you back here again.
Yes, because I've been a bit tired from the Under-20 World Cup in New Zealand that we went to, that we didn't perform so well. So I got mentally tired when we're supposed to have been able to win the competition. So I don't know when we are going to be able to do that now if we don't do it now.
Yes. Let us start from there, because the Under-20 in New Zealand, or when you guys were upgraded from Under-17 to Under-20, yes. What was the target you were given? What were you saying, this is what you are going to achieve, by taking that team, not just taking it to a tournament? Did you just take it to a tournament, win the tournament? Is that the main purpose for assembling that particular team?
Yeah, when you're in for any competition whatsoever, apart from the target that you are going to be given, or whatever target that you're given, the desire of the coaching crew should be, to me, my own personal view, is not only to participate, but first for me to compete, and compete at the highest level, then try as much as possible to do the best that you can to win the competition.
Now, to win the competition?
Yes.
Now, you are talking about age grade competition.
Yes.
So, apart from winning, is winning the major thing, at that particular level?
No, absolutely no. When you're talking about the age grade competition from the age of, let's say, about 10 to like about 13, this is a department where you come to that they say you're training just for fun. You understand, where you allow kiddies from the age of 4 to continue to play and at least showcase what they have. When they come early, they refuse to go home, even when it is late, because of the opportunity given. But when you pass from the age of 13 and you enter into the age of like about 14, 15 to like about 17 or 18, then that is the department where you come and you're being taught some technicalities. They help you to perform, to perfect some of the things that you have, so that it becomes permanent in you. And when these things are permanent in you, then when you take it from the age of training to compete, which is from the age of 14 to like about the age of like about 18, then automatically when you pass the age of 18 upwards, then that is when you talk about not only the thing being permanent in you, those skills that you have learned, on the intelligence that is built being permanent in you. You are talking about now the effective use of those things that you are being taught, then the efficiency in using it, the perfection in it. So this is where the issue comes in, that for those age group, you help them to develop their abilities, their skills, and help to build their individual creativity. So you take them a bit beyond the talent, which is still talent, but you must build it to become a potential that they can use to fulfill a cause for now and for the future.
Okay, I'm still coming back to the question I asked you earlier on, Nduka. When you guys were given, when you were asked to say you have been appointed as the coaches for the Under-20 national team,
yes,
what was the brief that the FA gave to you?
We didn't have any brief beyond that you have won the Under-17.
And go and win the Under-20.
Yes, you've broken all the records that is there. Go and try to see if we can better compete in the Under-20. And but there's one thing that is quite clear to me and to every member of the technical crew, is that we are entering into a zone that is just a step further, you are entering into the senior national team. So to a high extent, or to all extent, Ken, it is not only to know how to play. You must have a sophisticated weapon to be able to compete. You understand me? No one goes to war with banga. You understand me? You can go to riot with maybe with machetes and all other things, axe and clubs. But when you're going to war, you must have some sophisticated weapons. And above all, when you possess the kind of weapons that all other big nations like America and China and the rest, they possess, that is based on intelligence, that they have been able to build of this, then to win the war without fighting is becomes, you understand me, will be so quick.